That looks bomb.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hungry Ant, and I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying this new series. To all the new subscribers, hi, what's up? We do family stuff here as well as cooking. I put the recipe in the description box. You can see what ingredients you need to buy and then also how to make it. So the whole method is there for you guys as well. So a lot of you guys have actually been asking for more Asian style cooking. So today I'm making Hainam chicken. It's from southern China. It's a poached chicken. If you've never had poached chicken before, it's very tender, very juicy. And it has seasoned rice, and it comes with a bunch of garnishes and sauces, which is really great, and I'm gonna teach you guys all of that today. And that's what that is, Hainam chicken. A lot of you guys also asked for better audio because there's a lot of echoes in here. So today I have this lav on, and hopefully it works out for you guys. I'm gonna test it today and see if you guys enjoy it. All right, so now on to the Hungry Ant cooking, guys. What we got here is we have our chicken stock, salt, rock candy, onions, ginger, and green onions from my backyard. So this chicken is from, I got it at the market. There's all this juice in there without neck and giblets. Well, I usually buy my chickens. I recommend buying it at the Asian markets because it comes in a whole chicken with the head and everything. And I know a lot of people aren't used to that, but there's some fat in there that we need. And when I buy them at the American markets like this one, it doesn't have that fat. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about right now. But the first thing we have to do is clean the chicken. You always have to clean the chicken. I got my salt. We're gonna open this bad boy up. I'm gonna show you what to do right now. I'm keeping everything super clean by using this cleaver here. So first, let's rinse off the chicken, all that chicken juice. Okay. I'm really hoping that there's this fat that I want here, and there isn't. So right here along the butt of the chicken, there's this fat right here. Usually there's a little blob this size, and that's what I want to keep so I can make the rice more flavorful. So I'm gonna try and hunt for some in here. Hopefully there's a little bit that I can use. Better than nothing. I don't understand. Why would they do that? It's what I want, bro. Okay. So I'm gonna put this little guy to the side. So now we're gonna use some salt and put it all over the chicken. And the reason why we're using the salt is actually, one, to clean it. Number two, it's gonna make the skin a lot more soft and tender. It won't be as chewy. So that's one of the techniques that we use. Okay, just like that. And we're gonna let it sit. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. I wash my hands for 20 seconds. All right, so we're gonna let our chicken sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we're gonna start making the broth for it. So I got 2 onions. We're gonna use 1.5. And honestly, I like using white onions the best, but you already know how hard it is to get certain things. We have been ordered to not go to the markets. So guys, please, once everything is safe, we can go out and start making the food. I know a lot of you guys are inspired from my cooking, from my Instagram. You guys tag me and share with me that you guys have been making my food. Just make sure when you guys go out, let's wait till this is all over. So now, when we cut the onions, we're just gonna cut them into big, sizable chunks. It's not really for eating, it's just for the flavor. So it doesn't matter how you guys cut it. All right, guys, it's time to make the broth for it. So we're gonna put a little bit of oil, okay? Now we can put the onions in there. Put the onions inside. Crap, I'm gonna lower that a little bit. Okay, so what I'm trying to do right now, I'm not trying to really cook the onions. I'm just trying to get the flavor out. So I don't really want it to brown, and it's getting a little hot, so I'm gonna take it off. Okay, just like that. It was about 20-30 seconds. So I'm putting enough water that's going to cover the chicken. Okay, so that should be enough water. It's about 3/4 of the way. So we're gonna let this guy boil. I'm also going to add some green onions in there. So I actually want to use a lot of the green onions for a sauce. So I'm just going to put a little bit that I have. I don't have very much to share. And then I also want to put some ginger in there. Guys, if the easiest way to peel a ginger is with the spoon. And you can just do that. Okay, you just scrape it and then the peel comes off. So I'm just going to cut some ginger slices. So I have about a 1/4 cup of ginger and a 1/4 cup of green onion. I'm gonna put that into the pot for more flavor. Okay, and continue to let it boil. All right, so once the water gets boiling, I'm gonna throw the chicken in there. In the meantime, we can start making our rice. And remember this little fat that I got from inside the chicken? I wish it was a big blob like this size, but I'm not gonna get it, but I'm gonna show you guys the technique anyways because I do want as much flavor as I can get. So we're gonna put that little fat that I have there and we're gonna melt it down. Okay. At least there's a little bit. Okay. So when you guys do have that big blob of the chicken fat, you're gonna render the fat for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's all gone and there's a lot of oil in here. You see that oil? That's what I want to get into my rice. So let me lower my heat a little bit. I don't want my pot smoking. All right, so now I got my pre-washed rice. I washed it ahead of time. Make sure you guys rinse your rice. We're gonna dump it in here. Okay. And we just want to get that chicken fat into the rice. And we're gonna cook this for about a minute. We don't want to fry up our rice because we're still gonna be cooking it into our rice cooker. We don't want it to brown or anything. We just want to get that fat, okay? So put the uncooked rice back in here. I have about 2 cups of rice, okay? I'm gonna put it all back inside so we can cook it. Don't waste any grains at all. I know how hard it is to get rice right now. But good news guys, the supermarkets are stocking up again. So I've seen rice. So we got our rice. We got the chicken stock. So I'm gonna put about 2 cups of chicken stock in here. Usually when we cook rice guys, we put it with water, but I want this chicken flavor. I'm just gonna put up into the 2 cup line. And that's it right there. Make sure I get all the rice down there. The other way guys to know if you have enough water is you put your finger, this is the Asian technique, and you put your finger down there and it should measure up to this index finger right there. So we're gonna put the rice in there and so guys, you can use as much rice as you want. 2 cups is just good for my family. If you guys have a bigger family or smaller family, you can use as much as you want. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel all this ginger and we can start making some sauce. So we'll do the ginger green onion sauce first and then we'll do another one in a bit. I'm gonna put the ginger in here and we wanna make it into almost like a paste. All right, so there you have it. That is my finely chopped ginger. It's pretty much like almost grated, if not. So now we can put this on a pan. Put a little bit of oil in here. Actually, we could put a lot of oil. Okay. We don't want the pan to be sizzling because I don't want to burn the ginger. We're gonna add about 1 cup of the processed ginger. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to cook all of that harsh, strong ginger flavor that hurts your throat. We're gonna cook that out of here. So that's the point of cooking this ginger. I wanna be able to enjoy it when I eat it with the chicken. I don't want it to be overpowering and I don't have the chicken flavor. Just wanna slowly cook that ginger out. So you can smell the ginger aroma and how strong it is. I can smell that it's got a kick in my throat just by being here. Yay, the water's boiling. Okay. So now that I rinsed the salt off the chicken, I'm gonna lower it into this hot water with the breast up. And then we're gonna cover this guy again and let it boil. In the meantime, I'm still cooking my ginger, starting to brown a little more. And a lot of the ginger juice is gone because it's starting to clump up now. Maybe we can taste it. It's so very gingery. So we're not there yet. That's the ginger kick that I don't want. All right. So let's keep cooking that for a little bit. Now that the water is boiling, we're gonna get the chicken, and all the water that's stuck inside the chicken, it's cold. So we're gonna have to pour it out slowly. Make sure you don't burn your hands, guys. See how that water is just dripping out? You wanna get all that cold water out. Okay, and then we're gonna slowly put it back in there. Okay. And now that the water is nice and hot, it's boiling, cover this bad boy up. I'm gonna let it boil for another few seconds to make sure it's nice and hot. And then I'm gonna turn off the fire and I'm gonna put it to the side. All right guys, so now we're gonna start the poaching process. We're gonna leave the chicken in the pot covered, no fire, and we're gonna leave it in there for about an hour, okay? Now the ginger is pretty much done. We're gonna add some more olive oil in this guy. Warm up that oil a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the fire. And then our green onions here, we're gonna chop them up into some nice thin slices. Just like that, okay? I do want the green onion texture in this sauce, so I don't make it that thin. Okay, so now we're gonna put the ginger into a sauce dish. All right guys, so I added a little more olive oil in this guy, just like this, okay? And then we're gonna add the green onions. Just like that. Now that the onion and the ginger is mixed together, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Just like that. And now we can taste it. So there you go. That, my friends, is your ginger green onion sauce. Smells delicious. It smells nicely browned. It smells really, really good. Okay, so we're gonna put this guy to the side, and now we can make our dark soy sauce. This is one of my favorite sauces. I love putting this all over my rice, all over my chicken. So we're gonna get 1/3 cup of water, about 3 tablespoons of rock sugar. So I like using the rock sugar because it adds a lot more flavor. You guys can also use 3 tablespoons of white sugar, granulated sugar. That works just as well. We're gonna create a simple syrup right now, but I just love the flavor of rock sugar. All right, so now to make the dark soy sauce, we are putting 1/3 cup of water. And then we're gonna put 3 tablespoons of rock sugar. And we're just gonna melt these rocks all the way down and create some sort of simple syrup right now. So it's gonna take some time for the rocks to melt. All right, so we also don't want this to burn because it's sugar. So we gotta make sure we're mixing it every so often. And then the more we mix the rocks in the water, the more it's gonna melt. And we can start chopping the rocks in half. So now it's starting to boil a little bit. I wanna shut it all the way down to low heat. The rocks are almost dissolving. If you feel like the sugar is about to burn or it's too hot, just move it to the side for a little bit so it doesn't burn. And then we can put it back on the fire. All right, so now it's pretty thick. All the sugar is definitely dissolved. We have about 1/4 cup of soy sauce in here that we have to mix. I'm gonna slowly mix it so it can combine with the sugar and stay thick. Okay. I don't want to be cooking the soy sauce because then you're gonna have that burnt soy sauce flavor, which we don't want. And we're gonna just heat it up a little bit because we want the soy sauce to be nice and hot. So when it cools down, it will be thick again. The moment the soy sauce starts bubbling like that, I'm gonna turn off the heat and stop cooking it. Now we could add our sauce into this cup, or this bowl actually. There we go. And then we're just gonna put it to the side. All right, it's been 1 hour and the chicken should be fully cooked. Ooh, look at that. All right, so we're gonna gently take it out. Make sure we don't rip the skin. Oh, buddy. Okay. And then get that water that's inside to drip all the way out so we don't burn ourselves. Voila! There's our chicken. So now what we can do is we have two options with the chicken. We can just let it cool down and we can chop it up and eat it while it's warm, which is what I like to do. The real Hainam style is to put it in an ice bath and have it completely cooled and eat the cold chicken, which is great as well too. So it's really good when you do meal prep and things like that. You can make this food for days and you could eat it when it's cold. So that's one of my favorite meal prep foods. So all this chicken soup that you guys have here, don't throw it out. It's really good. What I do is I save it and I go out and I buy some rice noodles, like some thin ones, and then I have some chicken rice noodle soup. You can have it. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna save it because we're gonna make a chicken katsu curry. So I'm gonna save this to make the curry, and you're gonna see that in the next Hungry Ant video. All right guys, so I'm actually not gonna wait for this to cool down because I'm starving, and number two, I don't have that much ice to make an ice bath. So I'm just gonna cut this up while it's hot. And what people usually do is they chop it up, they leave the bones on there, but for myself, I don't like the bone. So I'm just going to take out all the bones, all right? So first I'm gonna take apart the drumstick, okay? See all that juice that comes out? There's the thigh, okay? There's the thigh. Beautiful, right? And do the other side. Okay, it's so soft, guys. So soft. Okay, there's another one right there. Woo! Steaming hot. Steaming hot, guys. We'll break that bone off, and now we can cut outside the bone. Now we're gonna take the breast apart, cut down the middle here. And I do it in the way where it's almost like filleting a fish. So I just go along the bones like that. Try to waste the least possible chicken. Okay, and now I got a breast here. And then we'll do the same to this side. So you can hear the bone kind of just like scraping against it. So there I have another breast. And now you see all this chicken that's here. This is why people just chop up the bones and Asian people just eat it straight off the bone so we don't waste any meat. But for me, because I save that soup over there, what I do is I take apart all this chicken and I dump it back in the soup, because now I have chicken noodle soup, Asian style, you know? That's what they call pho ga. It's rice noodles with pieces of chicken, and that's what I save it for. And then also, I save this part for Leia to eat, so she has chicken and rice. So, that's what I do. How many of you guys actually play with the wishbone? Probably one of my favorite parts about the chicken is the wishbone. I got it! Can't tell you what I wish for or else it won't come true. Alright, so now that we got our chicken pieces, I really like my meal without the bone. So I'm gonna take the bone out of this thigh. Just like that. See? Okay. Alright guys, now it's time to cut the chicken up. Just like that. Okay. Put this bad boy to the side. Get my other thigh. Okay. If you guys don't want the skin, you can peel it right off. But I love the skin. It adds a lot of flavor. Okay. And I'm not dieting, so it doesn't really matter to me. All right, there we have our chicken, and now we can start plating. My favorite part. You guys want to see what the rice looks like? Let me show you. All right, check it out. This is what the rice looks like. Ooh, it's nice and brown. The bottom is nicely toasted. Ooh, you can see that flavor in there. Look at that, you see that? That's great. Oh my goodness, mix it up a little bit. Okay. So I get my bowl of rice. Okay, we're gonna put our rice down. Look at that beautiful thing. Okay. We can put some of that chicken right there. Okay, okay. So we got our beautiful ginger green onion sauce. I'm gonna put that there. And then we have this beautiful, see how it got thick? Look at that. Ooh, okay. Just get some in there. Okay, so this is what I do, guys. Let me show you what's up. So I put a little bit of sauce on there, just like that. And then I'm gonna pour some of this on here. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. It's delicious, guys. And then we'll put some on the rice. Just like that. And voila, this is how I plate my chicken. Looks delicious, guys. It looks juicy. It smells great. Let's go ahead and enjoy this. I can't wait. Let me get some of this rice first. Oh yeah. Perfect texture. Get my dark meat. Okay. That's really good. I love how the rice is still hot. The chicken cooled down and it really goes well with the flavors, especially with the sweet soy sauce and the ginger. It's got like some saltiness and sweetness with it. This chicken is just so juicy. It's delicious. Wow. Okay. This is really, really good. I hope you guys get to make this at home. One of my favorite meals of all time. At the restaurants, they go for about $10, $12 plates. You can cook it at home for about $4. So, let me try some of this white meat here. Dip in the sauce. Oh yeah. Even the white meat, very flavorful. Not dry. The poaching process really helps it. Oh wow. Delicious, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's Hungry Ant episode. Sorry, I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's Hungry Ant episode. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this process. On to the next one. It's going to be exciting. You guys asked for it, so I'm making it just for you guys. Wow, it was really good. Christina's waiting for her lunch, so I'm going to go bring this to her and enjoy it. See you guys.
I guess you're